So as you have given, and to you we give back blessings for us, O Lord, blessings for us, O Lord.
Hello there, Giants. Welcome. This is Giant Series, where we bring you up close with some senior Giants who are amongst us in the community. We get to learn from them, understand things from their perspectives, and most importantly, also look at how things were like back in their days. Today, we are here with a venerable man. He's in the person of His Excellency Giant Grant Ohimin Kesse. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll delve into our discussions pretty soon with him to understand more of his time, how GSTS was like, and all that. Before that, we would like you to subscribe to this channel so that you get more updates from the GSTS fraternity. This is the official YouTube page for the OVA, where we bring you all news and information that you need to know from the Giants Association or the GSTS Alumni Association. So we'll delve straight into it. Sir, welcome once again, and thank you for having us.
Thank you.
First of all, we'd like to know, who is Giant Grant Ohimin Kesse?
Well, I was born on January 17, 1936 at Marseille in the Akimabuakwa area. I had my elementary education, primary education at Marseille Methodist School from 1943 to 1952. That is class 1 to class 7. And 1952, common entrance, I passed, I decided I call it Kekos.
Okay.
And that was the first time that GSTS was changing to secondary technical school. Okay. It was originally Ghana Technical School, and we were the pioneers.
Wow.
And with GSTS exams, I had scholarship, full scholarship. So I went to GSTS.
Wow.
And from 53 to 57. And that time, the school was first class in mathematics, physics, chemistry, and in addition, we were doing technical drawing. And because of that, most of us, after GSTS, went to Tech. And in fact, at Tech 2, we were the pioneers of the School of Architecture.
Wow.
Some of us went to engineering school, and some of us went to School of Architecture to do architecture, town planning, and building quantity surveying. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, Mr. Kita, Mr. Boache, and late Mr. Boache and late Mr. Osompra,
Okay.
they were all my seniors.
Okay.
But when they finished, they worked for some time. They didn't do the school set, so they had to work and sit privately for the GCE in order to qualify to go to Tech.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were the pioneers at Tech 2 in the School of Architecture. And there too, we realized that with our mathematics and technical drawing, it was easier for most of us who did architecture, planning, and quantity surveying. In fact, in 1957 was the school set,
Okay.
and then 58 to 62 was our Tech.
Okay.
And at that time, we were doing the external exams.
Okay.
But after our group, we changed and it became local.
Okay.
Yeah. So at the university, we realized that with our knowledge in technical drawing, maths and physics, it was very, very helpful.
Okay.
And most of our people, like Mr. Akita, he went to London
Okay.
to do his finals of architecture. And then late Mr. Bosompra,
Mhm.
he also went to UK to do his uh, master's in engineering.
Okay. Okay.
And late Mr. Boache also, in fact, he went to Germany
Okay.
to do engineering.
Okay.
And when we returned, Mr. Boache worked for some time at Cocoa Marketing Board and later on set up his consultancy firm.
Okay. So we would like to go back to campus. I mean, do you remember how it was for you the very first day you stepped on the campus of Ghana Secondary Technical School?
Well, that time we were homo, seriously. And in fact, the headmaster set a commission of inquiry, and after that, he put a stop to it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, do you remember, perchance, what happened for that commission of inquiry to be set?
Well, they will let you sit in the sun for hours, deprive you of some meal, and so on. And it was a serious punishment. So the school council decided to eliminate that.
Okay.
And in fact, from that time, it reduced considerably.
Okay. What was it that fascinated you about GSTS?
Well, GSTS, a friend of mine, late Ohinekena,
Okay.
he was there, and I was also aware of, in fact, my own elder brother was there, and one or two. And apart from that, I was going to pay £51 school fees at the Saddle.
Okay, so you weren't even using Ghana cedis then?
No. Whilst GSTS was full scholarship. So my parents definitely wanted me to go to GSTS.
And earlier you mentioned that the headmaster then put a stop to the whole homo thing. Who was the headmaster then?
The headmaster, forgotten, but Mr. Smith.
Okay.
Mr. Smith was the senior housemaster.
Okay. Okay. And mentioning senior housemaster, that brings us to the house level. Which house were you in?
First year, I was at Vanderpoy House.
Okay.
Then second year, they established junior house.
Okay.
At Dodo House.
Oh, okay.
So they moved us there. And the third year, they separated us, and I was at Dodo House.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, how many years did you spend in Vanderpoy House?
Vanderpoy House will be 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah. And my fourth year and fifth year, I was the sports monitor for the house.
Interesting. So what's talking about sports, and normally the houses we engage ourselves. What was Vanderpoy House noted for when you went there, and subsequently when you moved to Dodo House? What were some of the things that Dodo House was also noted for?
Oh, well, initially as soon as you get to the school in the first year, they will separate you to the various, share you to the various houses. Yeah. But I think after the punishment during the homoing, the administration decided to have a junior house.
Oh, okay.
So they moved all the small boys to Dodo
Oh, okay. So that was a way of keeping the juniors from.
together.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So all the juniors
Yeah,
were moved to,
all the juniors.
were moved to Dodo House.
Dodo
Okay.
House.
But eventually you became senior. So what happened?
The following year,
Uh-huh.
we were divided again. And
Oh, okay.
that's when I went to Dodo House.
Oh, okay. So it means it was. Oh, so when you move from becoming a junior, then you actually.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Unfortunately, I'm not sure that still works now. But what was could you give us a description of the architecture of GSTS when you went in there?
Oh, we had the playing field,
Okay.
and then you enter, and on your right, we had the workshops.
Okay.
You continue, and the administration block, the classrooms were on your right.
Okay.
And then you continue to the dining hall, and then IE house, Dodo IE house. Then there was clinic, small clinic around that place.
Okay.
And then senior housemaster building was on the right. And you go around, there was car road that went round. Then from there you go to Upon House.
Okay.
And there was another one house.
Weston
House.
House.
And then
Vanderpool. So it means at the time you didn't have Kennedy and Einstein.
No.
Interesting. So that area, what was there then? What was in that area? The space from the senior housemaster's residence to Upon House. You know, currently there's the block 4, the Einstein and Dodo. So during your time, what was there?
There was nothing there.
Okay. Interesting.
And in fact, after we have left, they changed and put the administration block at the entrance on the playing field.
Oh, okay.
The playing field. Okay. In fact, we were using the playing field for our training, but later on, we got a park in town where we were doing our training and other things.
Oh. So during your time in school, how many students were enrolled? What would be the total number?
Oh, on the average, maybe in our case, we had about 60 there for the class.
For the class.
20. 20 for building, 20 for engineering, and then 20 for people who were doing both.
Oh, okay. And that was the total number of students?
The class.
For a class?
For a class.
Oh, okay. But in all, how many were it? So is it 24? So how many courses were offered then? Is it the engineering, building?
These two, engineering and building.
Engineering and building.
Yeah.
And each had about 20 students?
No, about 30.
30?
Yeah, about around 25, 30. Okay.
And that made it for the year group?
Yeah.
Wow. Then the numbers have really shot up this time around. That's interesting. And earlier you mentioned so you mentioned earlier Mr. Smith to be your housemaster. How would you evaluate the senior housemaster? How would you evaluate him as a senior housemaster in his time?
Oh, he was quite good, because he was like a parent.
Okay.
If something goes wrong, he will call you and talk to you and warn you. Okay. But if you refuse to take the advice, then he will punish you. No. And also, if somebody should punish you and you are not okay, and you report, he will call you and find out what happened, and especially if it's a senior, hopefully a junior, he will advise you and also maybe punish the senior.
Interesting. So, could you tell us about the course you offered in school?
I did building.
Building. Okay. And what were some of the things in the building bouquet?
Well, in the building, we were all doing maths,
Okay.
chemistry, physics, and later on to the school said you were requested to do subject a language apart from English.
Okay.
So the English, and then there was French, tree, and Ghana.
Okay.
For all of you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So which of the languages did you choose to do?
I chose to do
Chi. Interesting. Then, do you remember some of the teachers who taught you in class?
Yeah. There was Mrs. Price.
Okay.
She was the physics mistress.
Wow.
Yeah. And then chemistry, late Mr. Duan Poma.
Okay.
First, there was Bialy
Mhm.
from East Germany,
Wow.
who was teaching chemistry, but he made the subject very, very difficult.
How did you do that?
Well, I think that his English language wasn't good enough.
Okay.
So he will come and even exams, he will put the question there, he will call you, and on the board, you have to write. Whereas Mr. Duan Poma will take you through everything, and then you will write as if you are doing a school set.
Okay.
And so, in fact, when Mr. Duan Poma took over, our group, for example, the lowest was C
Wow.
in chemistry. And this went on for some time, but I do not have the record from the days.
So of all the teachers who taught you from your very first year to the last year, who amongst them would you say left some influence or some impression on you?
Well, I would say Mrs. Price and the chemistry
Okay.
master.
What Mrs. Price?
Duan Poma.
Okay, Edwin Puma. So why Mrs. Price? What would you say for Mrs. Price? Without for you?
Mrs. Price made the physics subject easy.
Mhm.
And in fact, she was close to me. So when at times she will invite me for us to set the apparatus for the experiment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. And how about Mr. Edwin Puma?
Mr. Duan Poma too, because of Mr. Bialy, when he came, you could see a change. And in fact, as I said, for some time, the least pass was chemistry at the school set.
Okay, that's nice. And so far, it looks like physics and chemistry are in the up high. But then, tell us, which was your favorite subject of all the subjects that you did?
Oh, maths.
Uh-huh.
Then
Maths, wow.
physics, chemistry, woodwork,
Okay.
and then card drawing.
Oh, okay. Dan Takita also mentioned woodwork. Apparently, you really like woodwork. So, as you mentioned earlier that you became the sports monitor for Dodo House.
No,
IE House.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, but then aside that, do you hold any other leadership position out on campus?
No.
Was the sports monitor? How would you say you performed as a sports monitor for IE House?
Oh, well, we did well in the sports, the annual sports competitions.
Okay. Is it the inter-houses one?
Inter-houses.
Inter-houses.
Yeah.
So which house normally came tops?
Oh, I think upon
Upon house.
Upon house.
Wow. That's nice. And aside the house, where did you have clubs and societies on campus that students could join?
Yeah, we had mass class.
Okay.
And in fact, we were even organizing competition between Saddle,
Mm-hmm.
Holy Child,
Okay.
and Saint Augustine.
Then you are the pioneers of science and math quiz.
Yeah.
So how was it like? How were those competitions like?
Oh, GSTS, we were very good at these things
Okay.
because our group, for example, the least in maths was credit, and then chemistry and physics too. And the class of 55 to 60, about 30 were in class A.
Okay.
And the class A did additional maths.
Okay.
And with the additional maths too, the least pass was credit.
Interesting. Yeah. And how were those competitions like? So the Additional and St. Augustus will come to GSTS, or
either they come or we go.
okay. So just the three schools.
No, we not the three schools. We arrange and the two, say GSTS and Augustines will have their competition. GSTS, Onitsha
Okay.
will have their competition. GSTS and Saddle.
Interesting.
So either we go there or they come.
Wow, that would be nice. Okay, so now would move a bit from GSTS and come to, I mean, basically life after GSTS. So from GSTS, I mean, you attended KNUST, and that seems to be like a traditional. Or we are always from GSTS, KNUST. Could you tell us about your, first of all, how would you say GSTS, the training in GSTS, shaped your life or shaped your personality as an individual?
Well, I think I would say very, very well because of the subjects we did.
Okay.
When we were doing planning, for example, our colleagues who came from the other schools, when it came to technical drawing, they found it difficult. Whereas the GSTS boys, it was our normal.
So I think that was one of the very impactful things GSTS did in your life after GSTS.
Yes.
Okay. So in KNUST, which hall were you affiliated to?
Well, first I was at the old hall.
Okay.
And then later on, when they put up Independence Hall, I was transferred to some of us were transferred to Independence Hall.
Oh.
And then later on, Republic Hall.
Yes.
There was one of the masters there was trying to. He came from Wesley College, and he was because most of them were young. He was trying to teach them as if they were at Wesley College.
Oh, okay.
So I was on the council.
Oh, okay.
So we protested, and when what is this house? Oh, it has a nickname.
Katanga.
Katanga. When Katanga was built, they reshuffled.
Okay.
And some of us went to Katanga.
Interesting. You seem to have, should I say, suffered or enjoyed or endured some reshuffles from GSTS, Manapoi to the other houses back to. But you mentioned council for KNUST. Is that the Student Representative Council?
Yeah.
So you are an executive?
Yeah.
What portfolio?
Oh, I was representing Independence Hall.
Yeah. Wow. So you're like the Independence Hall president. Yeah. Wow. And how were those days of leadership like?
Oh, well, it was interesting. Yeah, it was interesting.
Okay. And normally I like to ask this from senior people I meet during your days and these times. When the aluta, which was more rampant? Is it these days or your times?
Well, I think our time, because after some time,
Uh-huh.
uh, they decided to
Mhm.
come out with some regulations. You can't do this, you can't do that,
Okay.
and so on.
Okay. Okay. So, after GSTS, what? Sorry, I said after KNUST. I mean, apparently after university, where did you work?
After KNUST,
Mhm.
in fact, the town planning,
Yeah.
we were doing the Royal Town Planning Institute exams,
Okay.
and for the inter. So when I passed, one of the uh, planning officers is Obo Bisa. He went to Nottingham,
Okay.
and so I decided I chose Nottingham, and I went there for 2 years for my postgraduate diploma.
Okay. Wow. 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 Okay, so it means after KNUST, you further.
Yeah.
Okay. And so where are some of the areas, or where did you work after that? Your professional life.
Okay, when I returned
Mhm.
in 1964,
Okay.
I was employed by town planning department.
Okay.
In fact, in my last term
Mhm.
at Nottingham,
Mhm.
they sent me the form from the civil service commission to make my choice,
Wow.
and I selected town planning as my first choice, thermal development completion as my second choice, and I don't know about the third choice. So as soon as I had my results,
Mhm.
I sent it to the High Commissioner in London,
Okay.
and then they, they sent me my appointment letter. So when I got here, town planning department people came to the airport to meet me.
Interesting.
Yeah. And the following day, I went to the office,
Mhm.
and I was given 1 week leave. And after that, I returned, worked at the head office for some time, and then I was transferred to Accra office. I worked there for 3 years,
Okay.
and I was transferred to secondary as the regional town planning office officer. And secondary to, I plan to have my master's at Imperial College,
Okay.
but I got a Commonwealth scholarship, but it didn't come in time,
Okay.
so I couldn't go in 1969. So in 70, I went to Imperial College London for 1 year, and then came back to Accra office.
Okay.
I worked there till 1976 or so, and then I established a planning consultancy firm, Kesse and Associates,
Okay.
and the Tego was also an old boy.
Okay.
Yeah. So, in fact, we worked here for some time. Some architectural firm in Nigeria heard about us, so they invited us, and we went there for about 3 years or so. And during the 3 years, we won about 5 competitions.
Wow.
Yeah. But then we realized that our work here was going down, because somebody hears of you and he approaches the office, and if you are not there, he goes to another office. If they treat him well or deal with him well, next time we go there, he won't come.
Yeah.
So after the 4th year, we decided to
Come back.
yeah. come and
So
stay.
is the company still
No, well, somehow, but not my partner is no more.
So you mentioned the late Mr. Tego. Yeah. So apparently he's a classmate who you ended up working with. Is that the case?
He wasn't my classmate.
Okay.
He was my junior.
You're junior and but aside Mr. David, Mr. Tego, do you have other giants that in your line of work you met and worked with?
Well, we have Mr. Bonnie.
Okay.
Bonnie. They still, in fact, they are still continue with their work.
Oh, oh, oh. And in your professional life, how would you say, again, GSTS came in? So, for instance, at the university level, you mentioned that because of the technical drawing and the strong physics and math background, it was very easy. How did GSTS again play out in your professional life as well?
Well, in their professional life too, it's more or less what you learn that you practice.
Yeah.
And if you are the head of department
Mm.
in planning, development control, you prepare layouts
Mm-hmm.
and then you approve plans
Okay.
before the person can put up the budget. And so definitely what went on in GSTS continues.
Yeah. But talking of planning, did the architectural setting of GSTS leave a certain impression on you in your line of work?
Yeah, GSTS, we the 10 card drawing
Mm-hmm.
and also the carpentry,
Okay.
maths, physics, chemistry, they all came together.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And let's so
Because let me,
okay.
our colleagues who came from the other institutions, most of them found it difficult to draw.
To draw.
You know.
I think
So those of us from GSTS, we were at an advantage.
I think even still it plays out even in the universities. A lot of that happens. Now, so far we've been talking about planning, and when did the ambassadorial part come in?
Oh, this was 2006
Mm-hmm.
to 2009
Okay.
when President Kufuor
Yeah.
was around.
Okay. Okay. So, how did you get into that stream? Is it that is it so to say you are a politician or you were just a diplomat?
I was a diplomat,
Okay.
but partially a politician.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because when I was working at town planning at one time, my people, the Akimabwakwa people,
Okay.
some convinced me to stand for elections.
Wow.
And I lost the elections because our people thought as Akims we should follow William Oforiatta and not Victor's.
Okay. Okay. I think some few days back I heard some story about Victor Usu and when late Professor Bene was the finance minister, then a whole lot of okay. So it was your party affiliation that made the people vote.
Yeah.
Like okay, so and then that's how come you got in there and even so a little reading I did say Joe you were in Germany
Yes.
and to some other European countries.
Yes.
How was the period like 2006 to 2009? It means you were maintained for a full period. How was it like?
Oh, it was quite interesting
Mhm.
because the German administration,
Mhm.
they were interested in Ghana.
Okay.
And so wherever you went and they hear you come from Ghana,
Mhm.
they treat you very well.
Okay. And what were some of the major headways you'd say you made for Ghana as ambassador then?
Oh, well, I try to advise most of the young boys there to be serious on their education for their future. Otherwise, you'll be a liberal through, and that wouldn't help. And apart from that, too, in fact, President Kufuor was around
Mhm.
when the president invited us. I had the information at one of the ambassadors' session that the their chancellor Vice Chancellor would like to do something for us in Ghana.
Okay.
So when we had a lunch,
Mhm.
we brought it up.
Mm.
The following day,
Mhm.
we met their delegation, and 2 weeks after, I came with the delegation to sign a memorandum of understanding to prepare. In fact, I was asked what we wanted, and maybe we find transportation, education. I said, why can't we have train railway line from Tema to Accra, Accra to Kumasi, and then Kumasi to the north, first phase, and then the second phase to the central,
Okay.
to Takrady.
Wow.
And the problem is our railway line, the gauge is 3 feet 9,
Okay.
but the standard one is 4 feet 1.
Okay.
So if those with 4 feet 1 can run better than those with 3.9. That's why our railways, the trains couldn't run fast. Yeah, because in Germany, in Britain, you take a train from here to Kumasi, it will be about 2.5 hours.
Okay.
You'll be there.
Okay. Wow. So it means you were so the project went through.
But unfortunately, we came in August or so, and then we had elections, and NPP we lost.
Yeah.
So
That was in 2008.
yeah, when
Atamils.
Atamils and these people came, I understand they went to China.
Okay. Okay.
But that also something that happened there. So the railways didn't come.
Oh, that's unfortunate. And currently the sector seems to be suffering a bit. And if added to a lot of people have opined that if added to the transportation sector, it would really ease the pressure on our roads.
In fact, when I was in Germany, I usually use the railways when I'm traveling to some of the towns.
Wow.
Because if you go by road, it may take you about 3.5 hours. You go by train, it will take you about 2 hours.
Yeah. Okay.
And in the train too, you sit down, and if you have a book, you can read it, and also there's space in it.
That's wonderful. So, from the time you went to GSTS, I mean, there had been people who were there already before you came. For instance, Takita and Takita. Then there are people who also came after you. Would you be able to single out for us three old students of GSTS that, in your view, you think they really stand out and have come out to make Ghana proud?
Well, I'll say Mr. Keka,
Mm.
and then Mr. Late Felix Boachi,
Okay.
and then the chief, he was chairman of Cocoa Marketing.
Could you give us their exploits? What they did that makes them your choice?
Oh well, Mr. Akita, for example, at school we were friends because of the athletics.
Yes.
And then when we went to Tech, we continued with our friendship. When we went abroad, when he was in London, I was in Nottingham.
Okay.
But during holidays, we meet and so on. When we came back, they established architectural consultancy firm.
Okay.
And they occasionally invited me to help them with their planning and so on. And in fact, it was through their influence that I decided to come out to do my consultancy.
Wow. I remember in my engagement with him, he mentioned that before you left for Germany, there was a meeting of old boys at his place. I don't know if you remember. How was it?
Oh, it was. They were happy about about the appointment, and they organized a farewell party for me.
Okay. Okay. So let's look at how you think GSTS has been doing in recent times.
Well, I'm somehow not happy because it was 1967-70 when I was in secondary that we established the Old Boys Association, and I was the chairman.
Wow.
And during that time, we tried to assist the school, and we prepared a master plan for the school, and also some of the secondary schools,
Wow.
So we were happy about it, And the Old Boys Association too, it was very firm. It was one group, and I was the president of the Old Boys Association. But later on, I understand they decided to have it class by class. And through that, we hardly hear from them. In fact, when we were together, we will organize fundraising, and whatever we get, we take it to the school. Yeah. Even one old boy,
Okay.
Some time ago, he donated some certain amount of computers to the school through the association. So, but I learned that later on that they decided to have it class by class, which I think is not as effective as when you all come together. So I would wish we could come together again, and then every year see what assistance we can give to our school.
But currently, what is in place is just like I said, so the year groups. But then we all come together and have one leadership. So there's a central leadership, and then the year groups come under, especially for the purposes of mobilization of funds and all that. So that is the current structure of the what we now call the GSTS Alumni Association. What do you think about this structure?
Well, if we can come together and assist the school, that is all we have done.
Yeah. Okay. Patience, have you heard about the GSTS, the GA Endowment Fund?
No.
Oh. So it's a fund that has been created to create a pool of resources to especially help students and then the school. What do you think about such an initiative that has been put in place to help the school?
Well, it's a good initiative. And also, even as old boys, if we can target, plan, and say every 4 or 5 years, we are able to build something for the school, it will be a good idea. Because once you are an old boy, wherever you go, and they ask of your CV, your secondary school comes first. Second from primary, then your secondary school. And then GSTS, the way it has been built and the way they have been doing well, I feel the old boys should try and assist the school.
And then let's away from GSTS. What would you say is the importance or the need for everyone who attended one second cycle institution or the other, like GSTS, to go back, make it a point? Because in your submissions, you see clearly that the endearment to your school has always been there. The need to support the school has always been there. What would you say is the importance of that, having to always have in mind that I need to go back and help my alma mater?
Well, I think it's a good idea, because these days, GSTS, for example, during our time, it was the government that was doing everything.
Okay.
Now, I don't know whether it's continuing or it has been stopped. And if it is even continuing, the secondary schools have increased substantially.
Yeah.
So are they getting the assistance we were getting during our time? And apart from that, if it is your school and you are an old boy, it is your responsibility to assist the school to grow.
Now, GSTS, from your time even till now, is positioned as a secondary technical school that has a focus. How would you say, or if you had to state an argument for GSTS, what would you say should be that focus or that positioning or the attention it needs to get because of what it has to offer? First of all, what do you think GSTS has to offer? Reason why you think it should be given a certain attention?
Well, if you look around Ghana,
Yes.
most of the engineers went to GSTS. Most planners, architects, building technologists went there. And then pharmacists, they also, pharmacists are tech.
Okay.
That one too is there. But then, unfortunately, we didn't have a pharmacy branch at tech. So at GSTS, so I'm not sure how many of our colleagues were.
Wow, that's interesting. And could you share with us what some of your fondest memories of school are?
Oh, school. Well, I say we had entertainment, and it was interesting.
Okay.
Then also with the Old Boys Association, the various towns and so on, you always meet your colleagues, and you feel happy. Whenever, in fact, about 3 years ago, there is one architect, what is the name? But he went to Nigeria for some time, and he organized a party for most of his colleagues. And at the party, we donated some money for the school.
Okay.
Yeah. Because with the number of educational institutions now, GSTS, unlike our time where GSTS, Tamale secondary school also, and where the secondary government institutions.
Okay.
Now,
Okay. So it means at the time, GSTS and Tamale, as you mentioned, were schools that were under government.
Government school.
And the others were missionary schools.
Yeah.
Interesting. So it means you had a lot of attention there.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that there are more in the system, I mean that it will be divided.
Yeah. So it is up to us, the old boys,
Yeah.
to see how best we can support the school.
That's wonderful. Giants Grant Kesse, is there anything you would want to add that maybe you've not asked? Anything from our discussions, from work to during times in school?
Well, my only suggestion is that let us find the old boys and let them give us the contact number of some of their colleagues they know, so that we can contact them and see if we can come together and see how best we can assist the school.
Okay. Thankfully, I think a lot of strides have been made in that, and I'm sure the executives will definitely get in touch and then give you updates on everything that has gone on.
Thank you.
But lastly, I want you to look in the camera and give a message, first of all, to Giants, and secondly, to any GSTS boy who would watch this particular interview?
Thank you. Well, GSTS since 1909 has been in existence, and most of their products are doing very well in the development of the country. And so let us, the old boys, see how best we can assist the school so that the school can be made the best secondary technical school in Ghana and also maybe in Africa.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was a wonderful time with you. I believe we've learned a lot, and we want to say thank you, and we send our deepest gratitude to you for the time you've had for us. And we know that these invaluable lessons you've shared with us would go a long way to help us contribute to more to making GSTS a school. We've known it to be, and even more. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So as you have